Hey guys, so as you can see, we have a full week. We got a lot of packages, and I want to share the new stuff that we have. So we're gonna put the camera here over my shoulder, and I'm gonna try to show you what we have new in stock. Okay, guys, so let's start with this guy here. This is not new this week, but I need to tell you a little bit more about it. This is the Jaguar XJR10 from Slot.it. As you can see, it does not come wrapped from the factory. It comes with a little seal that I just break it here. So this car is a Group C car that is a little wider and a little longer than the usual Group C. So Slotted made that because the real car it is a little longer and wider. So it's a little bit advantageous if you go race with the Group C class. So this is the car that won the USA Nationals here last month. Half of the grid used this guy, and the 12 top finalists were using the Jaguar XJR10. So we're selling a lot. It's a limited quantity car. So if you want to grab a very fast Group C car, this is the guy that you wanted. You can take off those little side covers. You can make the car wider if you want it. It's an inline configuration. Has a magnet here. 927 standard gear ratio for those guys. You can see that there is like a little screw here that you can figure out your height. It's the most modern Group C car that they ever made. The chassis has a lot of things that you can upgrade and change. So I really, if you're looking for a Group C car, you should consider this guy here because it's selling fast. There's not many out there yet. It was a successful car on the Slotted Nationals here at the store. So not new, but I need to really share this because they're selling fast. So let's go to the next one. So this guy here was the last, one of the last new releases from Slotted. It's Audi R8 LMP from Le Mans 2001. It comes wrapped. I took the plastic off to show the car for you guys. So as you can see here, it's very similar to the Group C car, but the LMP class from Slotted comes with the angle winder motor. So that's a flat 6 21.5 kRPM with a magnet angle winder car. Other than that, the chassis has the same layout. You can still do the height. You have like a 6-point pod here instead of 4 on the inline configuration. So that's a very good, very fast car, and it's very good. It's a very good car for standard Scalextric or even Carrera plastic track. Comes with out of the box. They perform beautifully. There's no hardcore setup needed, and of course, if you're into that, the car can be improved a lot. So this is a very good model. Super lightweight, one of the fastest cars Slotted ever made. And again, it's a new release. It has been out for almost a month now. But again, we're selling so fast, these guys here. So if you want something like that, just go to electricdreams.com and grab yours. Let's move to the Polycars. We got 2 new Polycars. And of course, I took the wrap and the sleeve off. We got the 312B2 from Mario Andretti. This is the third model that Polycar is making of the 312B2, the Ferrari 312B2. And we got another Lotus 72E from Ronnie Peterson, the winner of the 74 Monaco GP. This is a great new release, very popular. They have both the same kind of mechanics, so we're going to just open one. This guy here is the John Player Special. John Player Special is always like a livery that we sell a lot. Collectors love it. Black and gold, there's no way to mistake it. Was the car used by Ayrton Senna that we're going to come up real quick on that. So it's a beautiful model. The super detail here on the driver. The actually Ronnie Peterson helmet on it. The mechanics on this car is pretty nice. They have like a kind of a gearbox in the back. 2 gears and a pinion in 2 gears. It's a little bit complicated to open up, but it's a great car, great running car, so smooth. It has the FF motor, the skinny FF motor. It's a great effort from Polycar. All this series of vintage Formula Ones, they have a very similar mechanics. Those cars run beautifully. They're full of details. You can see the Ford V8 motor here, the flathead, and all the exhaust and suspension details, all the gearbox here. It's a very nice car. It's very similar to the very first Lotus 72 E that they released, the Emerson Fittipaldi one. That one has gold wheels. This one has black wheels, but it's very similar. Of course, the number is different. But the funny thing is that the Emerson Fittipaldi is almost sold out. I think we have like 3 or 4 in stock, and the price, of course, raises if you try to find on eBay. It's way over the original asking price. I think the original asking price for this guys now is $69.99. So if you're a collector, grab yours now before it gets very popular and the price raises up. So this guy and the Mario Andretti car, very nice cars. They work very well. They don't have a magnet, so don't expect a great performance if you run magnets cars on your Scalextrics or Carrera plastic tire or even on the Polycar track. But this is a very nice model if you're into Formula 1, into vintage Formula 1. So let's move on. Let's move to Hornby, to Scalextric. We have another JPS car, and this is very special. I saw this guy for the first time at the UK festival, and Simon from Hornby was kind enough to show me at Margate a couple months ago. And this is a special car to me because I'm from Brazil, and this is an Ayrton Senna car. So I grew up watching Senna running the Lotus and then the McLaren later on, and this is a model that is kind to my heart. Here it is. I think Hornby did a great job on the body of this car. Simon from Scalextric, he's a avid car guy. He was into the little wings. He was fighting for production to get the wings right and the size of stuff, and even the winglets on the side. He was talking to me, so he did a very good job to try to show the Lotus 97T. I believe that's from the 84 or maybe the 83 season. So that's the season where Ayrton Senna won with the black Lotus. After that, he won with a yellow camel Lotus. That is another release that Hornby is bringing up in a couple of months. So this is a very nice car, very good looking. The decals are looking very well, very nicely. The only thing that it's kind of bummer for me is the helmet. They couldn't agree, or they couldn't reach out on time, the Senna family, so they couldn't release with the proper Ayrton Senna helmet, which is a trademark. So they put a yellow helmet, but the yellow, unfortunately, that doesn't match the year, doesn't match the colors of the time, and it's a modern helmet. If you can see by the cut of the visor here, it's a modern helmet. So and it's a little bit bigger than supposed to be. I think should be like 5 or 10% smaller. But yeah, it's easily replaceable. We sell Senna helmets via Interlagos miniatures. We're getting a new deal of those, so it's gonna be a must to take this off and put the proper Senna JPS helmet on it. Mechanically, we have the FF motor, the skinny motor, probably around 18,000 RPM, just like the Polycars. Has one bar magnet in the back, and it's an inline configuration. The braids are normal Scalextric's braid. You have like 3 screws to take the body over, and that's it. A very simple car. I haven't run it, but I expect normal and proper Scalextric performance out of this guy. The thing is, this is one of the best sellers of the year. We just got it. We literally got that 2 days ago, and it's selling well. It's selling fast. So this is another collector's call. If you are into collecting Formula 1 stuff, this is your next guy. Here it is. So let's move on. Let's go to this very nice Camaro. So the Camaro Z28, I don't believe this is the first time that they're doing this mold. I think there's one race car used by James Hunt. One interesting thing about these Scalextric cars are those icons right here. And you can see that in the back of each box, you have the translation, the legend, what it means, each one. So let's go ahead and try to figure out which one. So this is here, it's probably braids. Let me pick it up another box here. So braids, what does it say? Easy change pickups. So yeah, the Scalextric system, you can just change. If you see in the bottom, you have 2 extra ones here. So it's just some sort of a easy change to change the braid on Scalextric cars. So this is magnet. It comes with a magnet. Everybody knows that. Rear lights, front lights, and this guy here is, oh god, okay, okay, high detail. So okay, high detail, which is true, like how everything's here. If you don't have the high detail, you probably have the high impact, which are the cars with the black window, so they don't have an interior and have like a thicker body. And DPR is the little little lid that they have on the bottom of the chassis that you can change and put a digital chip. So DPR stands for digital plug ready. So this guy here have lights front and back, magnets like any standard Scalextric car, high detail, and DPR. So very nice looking Z28. I don't know if it's an inline or a sidewinder. It's a sidewinder. So it's a sidewinder just like any muscle car from Scalextric. It's compatible with the Pioneer cars too. So everybody's sidewinder using a 18.5 short can motor. So very nice car, silver street version of the Camaro Z28. Very nice. Let's go to the next one. So we have here the James Bond Lotus Sprint. This is the guy from the movie The Spy Who Loved Me, and that's the guy from the famous scene underwater. Of course, there's no, it's not the underwater configuration, but it's still a very good looking car. Again, everything, magnets, lights, high detail, only backlights on this guy, even because you don't have the space, it does not pop up, and a DPR. Very nice looking car, high detail, another collector's item. All the James Bond 007 cars that we have here, they go high on price because they sell very well and very fast. So this is a very cool car to have. And I believe it, again, it's a sidewinder configuration, such as mount car and a sidewinder configuration. Very nice. Let's move on. The next guy that we have here, it's a restock actually. This is a generic Formula 1 from Scalextric. This is a car that is inline using FF motor configuration. It's not a high detail car. I think it's a high impact besides the front and the back wing. It's a restock. It's a little bit, when Scalextric cars come in those paper box, they're slightly cheaper. Yeah, if you're into Formula 1, it's a red Formula 1 car. They don't call it a Ferrari. Very nice. You can see the bar magnets from the top here. If you're into Formula 1s just to race around, it's not a collector's car. It's just like a Formula 1 generic modern looking stuff. Back in stock, it was sold out, and they decided to make it a little bit more because it was selling well. People like it, and it's here, available at electricaldreams.com. Let's go to the next one, which is a Porsche. Let's start with the Porsche. No, let's do the movie cars. This is a big release, literally. So we got the Blues Brothers car, and it's fascinating because they had to go a long way to finish this model here. There's a tape on the sides. Let me try to open up this. One side is gone. Another side is gone. So there's a tape on the side, and look at the size of the box compared to the normal Scalextric's box. I think you can see right here. So it's a big box. They have to do the box just for this guy, and I hope they use for other models. The card is a little bit bigger than. It's almost impossible to open. Okay, it's open. So yeah, I took it off. Here it is, the Blues Brothers car. Very nice. We're very close to Warner Brothers, so if you live in Los Angeles, you probably saw this car, the real thing, and it's fascinating. The paint job, kind of old, some sort of patina here, just like the movie. You can see a drawing of some cola cans and some cigarettes on top of the dashboard. I don't know if you can see that. And of course the Blues Brothers over there, Dan Aykroyd and Jane Belushi. even this little detail here, this little cord, it's little rope, very, very nice. The Illinois license plate, everything is here. Let me open up. It's the first time that I'm seeing this car from the bottom. Okay, so we have the sidewinder configuration, just like any muscle car. The motor, oh, look at this. The motor is in a different position. Let me open up, because now I got curious. The motor is kind of upwards towards the gear. I don't know why, but let's figure out. Okay, not there yet. Okay, so there's lights in the back. Okay, lights up in front. Oh, you have some sort of a the body will come off. Ooh, very complicated to take the body off. Oh, look at this. So the bumper is connected to those two pieces here. So you need to take the whole screw off so the bumper can come off. And the hope is connected to the bumper somehow. Ooh, okay. Yeah, a bit of a mess. So lights back and forth, and you can see the motor is kind of in a weird position here. Skinny tires. Again, I don't think that's gonna be a great runner, even because the weight is in the bottom of is on the top of the body. The body is not that light, but it's an interesting car. Look at this. I don't know if I have the skill to put back together, but we'll try to put back together. Yeah, very heavy driver too. Okay, now I see that's why the reason that the motor is sideways. We need more space for the interior. The interior is high detail, has all the 4 seats. And that's why they put the looks in front of the performance here, which is fine for a car like that, a highly collectible car. And we have a couple units. If you really want the Blues Brothers cars, that's your time. Get it now before it gets a crazy price. So very nice done. A lot of innovations here. Even the box that comes with it, it's new. So kudos for Hornby, kudos for Simon to put this guy together. I'm gonna put together later on. Let's move on. Now, the modern Porsche. That's a 911 GT3R, and it's currently racing with PFAF Porsche. That's the guys who race at the IMSA series. So if you go to any IMSA race in the United States, you're gonna see that car racing for real. Those Porsches, they have a very good performance. They are very fast on these Scalextric races that we had here in the local clubs. I believe it's an inline configuration. Yes, it's an inline configuration. A magnet bar, wide tires in the back. Those cars are very, very fast. You see the DPR plate here. High detail, lights front and back, magnet, and of course the brake system of Hornby. Cool thing about Hornby, like they're taking advantage at full of their license. Even this little chassis detail here is pretty nice. So very nice car, very detailed. The paint job it's beautifully done. That's a hard paint job, and the car is here. Look at this, gold wheels, BBS kind of. Yellow lenses, so that's a good effect when you have the lights coming out of this. This is a very, very nice car. We have a good quantity of those, but I believe they're gonna sell fast like any Porsche from Scalextric. It's one of the favorites because, as I say, it's a very good performance car out of the box. So this is it. Let's move to the next one. Another Porsche. So here we have the 911 Carrera RSR 3.0. That's a new mode, if I'm right. And they released 2 cars together. The blue one, which is kind of, it's not a Sunoco one, it's just a blue one. It says Bilston here, the guys who make suspensions and suspension. And here you have the Jägermeister one. Your choice. Those both cars are very similar. The Jaeger one comes with lights front and back, and the blue one does not come with lights. So that's the big difference between those two. Let's open up one on the bottom just to take it out. I think it's an inline configuration because they do all the Porsches like that, but I could be wrong. No, it's an inline configuration. Again, the DPR port, the DPR lead, and the Porsche logo on the bottom of it. Very wide tires, wide, even wider than the GT3 car. So this might be interesting to see the performance of that car on the track. Very good looking. I think have Hobart. I can read the driver name. But yeah, detail on the driver, detail on the helmet. The car is looking good, sits very well. This one has a different, it's the same mode, but this one came without any mirrors and has a different front end compared to this guy here. So if you see the front bumper is different and does not come with lights, this guy. A little less detail on the driver on this side. The wing and the back is the same. So those are two cars that they can race together if you want to have a pair. So this is two nice additions for your collection right here. Two Porsches 911 RSR 3.0. Very cool cars. Okay, so let's move on to Fly. Okay, guys, the Fly Porsches. So we have two very special liveries here, the 911s from Fly. This one is a 911, and this is also a 911, but this one has the little tail on it. The first guy here, let me open up. This is a special edition for the Forest Lot Madrid, the one that happened during the summer, our summer. It's called Costa Brava 74. It probably took part on a rally. Have two drivers over there. It's funny thing because if you see, I don't know if you can see from here, but the Fly cars, they always have the co-pilot reading the map or something. It's highly detailed. The seat belts come from the back like any rally car. You have the roll cage. The car is just very good looking. If you see the bottom of it, it's the 911s from Fly has a very interesting feature. The motor is not inline. The motor is not angle winder. It's a sidewinder, but it's a back sidewinder. The motor is in the back, just like the any 911. So you can see the pinion right here coming from the back. So all the weight of this car is in the back. So that's going to make you feel like driving a real 911. So that's one very nice feature of the 911s from Fly. So if you ask me, this is not one of the fastest racers. They're going to be compatible with Scalextrics or Carrera cars. They're not like what we consider a pro slot car. As you can see, it's a one-piece chassis. It comes with a magnet right here. Of course, you have ways to upgrade it. There is people making 3D chassis. We sell the 3D chassis for those guys from Oliver, from Portugal. And what we do, you have a 3D chassis designed for this body, which is plug and play, just a screw over, and then you can use slotted or NSR parts to complete the car. So we're going to have like a chassis with a pod. You can make it an inline or I believe sidewinder as well. So if you're looking for a performance, you can still use the stop, which is very nice, and add a 3D chassis and make the whole assembly. Or if you just want to be a collector, this is a very nice car. Or if you want to race it, that's a very interesting car because the motor is in the back. The 911s from Fire are wonderful. So yeah, so this is the one. It's a limited edition for Forest Lot Madrid. I was lucky enough to be there last December. I didn't went to the one in the summer, which is this one. So this is the one limited special edition made for the Forest Lot 2022, which is the summer edition. So very limited quantities. It's very rare that we have this car here available for us. I don't know if you're going to have any other store in the West selling it. So if you're a 911 collector or a Fly collector or just a slot car collector, this is a great addition for you. Moving on, this is even more rare. This is for the Club Fly 2022. Please comment if I'm wrong, but this is the guy. Club Fly is it's a club that you pay a fee monthly in Spain, and they make a new car each year, and they send to you as soon as they're ready. And I think we have like half a dozen of this car because this is exclusive for the club. So we got some surplus from Fly, and this is one of the guys. We have, I believe, less than less than half dozen of those available. Club Porsche España, Central Hispano, very nice looking cars. Again, motors in the back, same chassis, same configuration of the black one that I just show you, and a super rare car. If you are into collecting rare cars, get yours now because we still have like in a very good price because we still have some available for sale. Moving on, we still have some Porsche, a very special Porsche from Fly. This is another 911, but the kind of the street version. You see the back here, there's no tail. This is the Vic Alford tribute car. So this was a car that Fly made for Vic Alford, and they brought it here a little something to make a tribute for the great racer. So they have this guy here that they're promoting like that. Very, very nice. So again, another super rare car that's gonna fly out of the shelves. Same configuration as before. Let me just open up here to see what's going on. Same configuration, same magnet space. I can see the bushing is a little out. I'm trying to fix this. Let me open up this car and fix this right away so we can share this moment. So kind of 4 screws to take the body off. Okay, the body is off, and I see the bushing was out. Yeah, the bushing was out. So let's pop up this back together, and now we have a functional car. So yes, as you can see, very simple chassis. You have space to put a secondary magnet here if you want it, a round magnet one. There's a bar here in the back, almost in the middle of the car. The motor, as you can see, is different. This is the back of the axle because it's a 911, so they took it serious. And that's a very nice car. Look at this. Only one pipe coming out. The other ones have one pipe too. So yeah, nice detail, nice interior. The body is very lightweight, so there's a lot of people who just pop up 3D chassis. Of course, you're gonna have to change a lot of stuff on the body to make it fit inline. They really take advantage of the space here, as you can see. So it's a nice body, lightweight. A chassis that is going to perform just like a Scalextric or maybe a Carrera car. Don't expect a lot of performance out of this, but if you want to use the body, which is a very nice body, again, you can just change the chassis for a 3D printed chassis and make your own configuration. Okay, so this is the Vic Alford car. I believe we got like a dozen or 24 units of this guy. So again, don't wait. If you want to have this guy at your collection. Let's move on. Now, another super special car from Fly. This one, it's a Ferrari, of course, the GTO, 250 GTO. Fly made several of those, trying to replicate. It's always accurate to a race. So this is 62 Le Mans. Number 23, Fly Ferrari 250 GTO. It's a nice car. Look at this, very nice paint job. It's a inline configuration, I believe. Yeah, it's an inline configuration. Let me open up. I believe it doesn't serve as well. Yeah, it's an inline no, it's not an inline configuration. Oh, that's different. Okay, let's open up. You can see from here. Oh, it's a front motor configuration. Oh, okay, let's open up and show it. Okay, so yeah, look at this. This is another car that you cannot expect a lot of performance. They're gonna run well. They have independent front wheels. Of course, you don't have the space to pass the axle here. You have some sort of camber too. It's a front engine mounted slot car with this long axle, another bushing, and then you have the traction from the back. We do sell here a version of this with the 3D chassis installed and all the parts, but you need to remove the interior. So you have two options. You can put like a flat Lexan, some sort of interior here, or just run without the interior. They run pretty well without the interior, actually, with a 3D chassis and slotted parts. But if you are a collector, this is a very nice car to have at your shelf. If you're gonna just run a couple laps sometimes, again, this is a very good car to go. There's no way to make a bad deal when you're getting a Fly car. They look so well. They look so beautiful. And this is another of the limited edition cars. This is one of 200 units made for Gauge Master in the UK, and we were lucky enough to get some of those pieces for us. Fly made several of those 250 GTOs, probably like 15 different deliveries, and there's people who only collect them. Again, look at this. There's nothing that good looking out there. Beautiful number 23. All right, let's move on. Again from Fly, the last new release from this week, we have this BMW E30 from a rally from Subida de Jascabiel in 1999. So we have a nice picture of the car here. It says Donuts on the hood and at the doors. So looking good. BMW E30. I think this is an inline configuration. We can take a look. Yes, another front engine mounted Fly car. So it's very similar configurations to the 250 GTO. If you're looking for a car that looks that good, a rally, white wheels, here you go. We have a few units of those. Rally cars are not that popular here in the United States, so we don't focus on those guys. But we always try to bring, because we know there's lovers right out there, and we want to provide those every single model that those manufacturers make. So this is a very good addition to your collection. Donuts, BMW E30 from 1999. Move on. So done with the Fly cars. I have the last one, very special one. I don't believe it's available anywhere here in the United States. This is the Racer Sideways McLaren 720. Look at this. 720 SGT3 from Racer Sideways. So we got the car. You get some decals for the tires if you want it. There's a wing right here. The wing is a little bit hard to mount it. They offer the flexible wing if you're a racer. So the wing goes around here. Here, let me see. So you have the space here. Okay, let's check it. See how it goes. You have to mount this guy here. Okay, one goes here. Check this together, not breaking the car. There we go. One is there. And another one is here, the mounts. I don't remember the technical name for that, but there is a name for that wing because it goes this way. It's mounted on the bottom. So this is the look of the car. The wing is mounted on the top of the wing actually. So this is how good look it is. It's a tribute livery. They never made the 720S on Golf livery. But again, it's a Golf car, and we have a lot of customers who are specific Golf livery collectors. So look at this. Look at this guy. It's a Sidewinder configuration. If you're not familiar with Racer Sideways, it's very. At the beginning of this company, they used to use slotted parts. I do believe that they still use some of the slotted parts. it's a fast car. We're gonna have a race of this class in a couple of days here at the store, and this is the choice of some of the racers, and it's very fast. As you see, it's very similar to Slot.it. It's a professional slot car. You have a 2-piece pod plus chassis, angle winder configuration. This is a motor with 18.5k RPM, but again, it goes faster as the 21, 22Ks and SRs and slotted cars. Very nice gear mesh, aluminum crown, aluminum spur gear, brass pinion. Front wheels are plastic snap-on. Nice pod. You have the space here to put magnets or weights. You can use the slotted ones. Again, full configuration slot car. Very good looking. The price on that one is a little bit lower than usual because the euro is almost on the same pace as the dollar. So we could get this one for a very good price, and we're passing to the customers like $5 or even $10 cheaper than the last Racer Sideways car. So limited edition. We got a couple boxes, but those are going fast because anything Golf here, people jump on it. Very nice looking car, 720S. GT3 Golf 3-bit livery by Racer Sideways. So yeah, that's the last car. The wing is off. Yeah, we need to glue it. That's the very last car. Thank you for watching. It was a long video, but I think I did a nice presentation of what we got this week. A bunch of cars. Those are going off to display right now. And yeah, go to electricdreams.com and place your order.